Okay, farewell Atlantis. Attachment. Lilith says, the end of Gehenna is getting close. You know what we built here matters to me in ways that are just too complicated to fit in a post, but perhaps I can say it like the blacksmith does, by creating a world. It is not as big or as detailed as I wanted it to be, but I like the thoughts that even though I will probably be no more than a memory, a static set of facts about someone who once existed, this little work of interactive fiction might continue to be functional, even in whatever place our memories will soon ascend to. Maybe someone someday will play it and get a glimpse of who we were, but mainly I made it for you, all of you. It's too late for praise or feedback or discussion, so I'm locking this thread. But if you want to talk, just talk. Then let's talk while we still can. Farewell. Story of Things Ending. Credits. Written by Lilith, dedicated to Meg for everything, special thanks to Mr. Milkover. Choose your character class. Poet? You are sitting upon a green and pleasant hill on the island of Atlantis. The hill overlooks the sea before it stretches a vast beach where Atlantean children from the city of Luna are playing with their pet cats. Observe them. You observe the playing children, your thoughts wander freely, returning from their excursions to unknown places with fragments of ideas for new poems. Something about an eternal city not yet built, a city called. As you watch a cat catch a colorful strandfish with its claws and toss it for a shy to catch, the city's name comes to you. You're about to write it down when someone interrupts you and the name is lost. Excuse me, O great poet, but the king of Atlantis has requested your presence. Talk to the messenger. Messenger is indeed a servant of Poseidonus, the king of Atlantis. You have been summoned to court, he says, his manner is friendly. Very well, it is the king after all. What's this about? I'm sorry, but I may not tell you. Let me reassure you, however, that you are not to be punished or anything of the sort. King Poseidonus merely wishes to hear your wisdom as regards an important matter. We should not tarry. Follow the messenger. Messenger takes you to his chariot, and together you swiftly ride to the great palace in the center of this capital. It is a splendid place, full of statues and banners and marvelous contraptions, and you can't help but wonder what you are doing here. While your work is valuable in its way, you do not usually attract the attention of kings. Enter the throne room. You enter the throne room and are immediately overwhelmed by its size and splendor. Its most impressive feature is a great mosaic on the wall behind the throne, showing the history of Atlantis. 1,000 years of culture somehow embodied in a single titanic work of art. Examine the mosaic. The sheer amount of work this must have taken, every stone carefully selected for shape and color, placed perfectly to complement the others, so many small elements working together to evoke a larger whole. What an accomplishment, and what dedication it must have taken. Welcome, friend, the king of Atlantis greets you. Bow before him. Do not bow, my friend, a poet is a servant of greater powers than mine, and should bow to no king. And it is because of your special insights into the creative powers of the cosmos that I have called you here. Here ends your scroll. Read it. You read the scroll with growing horror because you know that what you are reading is true. The truth of it is everywhere, in the sea, in the clouds, in the land. Atlantis is sinking. Not someday, not in the far future, but soon, terribly soon. I confirm it. The king sighs. I was afraid of this, he says, but I had hoped we were wrong. That somehow... but this is pointless. What is, is. This is the world we were born into, and that is what we must accept. The end of Atlantis is upon us. Ask what can be done. Be positive. Tell me, what is the heart of Atlantis, the king inquires. The art, the people, the knowledge. This has interesting parallels to our situation here. What should we serve of Gehenna? Should we serve save? Should we save the art that they created? Should we save the people, the single personalities of these AIs? Or the knowledge of the library? But I think for future generations to come, that what would be most beneficial would be the art. Knowledge can be reattained. Old people die, new people come, that's the way it is. So it is our culture that survives and goes on to the next generation. So I choose culture. It's art, it's stories, it's painting, it's sculptures. They are the truest of expression of who we are. Poseidon gazes up at the mosaic above his throne. Then that is what must be saved, and you will help save it. How? There's not much time. The sages discovered our fate only this morning, and they are certain the final earthquake is nearly at hand. If there had been more time. He stares out of the window wistfully for a few moments, then gathers himself. There's no time for what-ifs, I'm afraid. Here, take this, the king's golden scepter. The sailors will obey you. Why me? Why not you? Why a king and not any other citizen? As I said before, you possess more wisdom than I, who was made king only because of my birth. Yes, my lord. I am not a lord, my friend. I do not believe I am even a king. I am simply another mortal trying to find meaning in a different cosmos. My final act, perhaps the only true choice I ever made, was to select you for this task. My time is over. You must go now. Head for the harbor. Walk to see the city one last time. You decide to take the winding back street that lead to the harbor. It's not the fastest route, but it's a chance to see the city one last time. You still can't entirely believe that any of this is happening, but some part of you needs this. The streets are dark, but the darkness is interrupted by laughter and light spreading from taverns and homes. The people of Atlantis love to spend their nights with joy. Some are playing music, others are playing games. There's food and drink and love-making and storytelling under the stars. The earth rumbles, but no one pays much attention. Small earthquakes are coming here. Hurry. Hurrying as much as possible, you and the messenger arrive in the harbor. 12 great ships are boarding. Their captains see the golden scepter you carry and kneel before you. They have tears in their eyes, but you sense their determination. Speak to them. You speak briefly, but with great conviction, telling the captains how important their task is. If they fail now, it was all for nothing. If they succeed, they will save the heart of Atlantis. Reload the ships. With all, you give the order to start loading the ships with all the great Atlantean art that can be transported. Even as you do, you realize how ridiculous this is. You can only save the tiniest fraction of the astounding art your people have produced. But what art to save? The sculptures, the painting, the books, and a balance. I mean, books would tell the stories themselves, and the stories about what's happening there wouldn't have to be invented again later if they are lost between. But books rot, as do paintings, as do sculptures, but sculptures are the last. So if we go through a ruin of a Roman city now, we find the sculptures. We have to work hard to find paintings, like the one brothel in what's it called? In Pompeii, the city that was buried by a volcanic eruption. One brothel where there are the paintings still on the walls that describe what offer you could expect from what lady that they had there on sale. So that is one of the things where I know that the painting survived. Another thing would be the pyramids where paintings survived, but I don't know There are paintings there, and there's also sculpture there, and I think the Egyptians did mostly do both at the same time. So I don't know if you can divide that. But books just don't survive. But for the best of our culture to go on, I would say an even balance. You try to save a little of everything, but it's an impossible task. Who are you to judge what gets saved and what doesn't? And yet there is simply no time to debate what is best and most important. You give orders, but you don't really have a plan. The ships begin to fill up with random selection of artworks. The ground shakes more and more. Set sail. The ships are ready. It is time for you to set sail. You are not coming, you ask, surprised? I never expected to. There's not enough space on the ships. I could let him go. I stay behind so he can go. It's not easy to convince the messenger to take your place, but he does not want to die. You give him your scepter and suddenly you feel much lighter. You know how it's going to end now. There's not enough time to get back home. Your life will end here in the city. Where do you want to spend your last moments? I watch the ships take off. You sit in the harbor as the ships take off. The wind is gentle, the stars are bright. The ships have disappeared over the horizon when the final quake comes, and it's like nothing you've ever experienced before. The earth screams like a dying god. The sea rises up before your eyes. Atlantis sinks beneath the waves, and you sink with it. The end. Okay. So now, how did I mess this up? I mean, I cannot take it to there. I now have... Ooh! I now have a Gemma in the open world. Interesting. I want to retake those things to here so we can try seeing what this is about. You're not going far enough here. Okay. Okay. Wait for a moment here. So. Did I screw up? Again? No, I can take you with me. I'll take everything to the start. So, okay. What I want is to connect that to that. Then I... Is that like a wanted thing? Yes. Okay. I could put it here. Put it like there. We have something else up here. Could put it here. Okay, I think I will place it there in the past. I have to think about that. Which way I want to do that. I want to be over there when the fan starts, so... Okay. So where do I want to connect it? Here? That doesn't give a good... Oh, we can't connect it here. Try it on the other side. Just place it here. That should connect to the end corner over there. Okay. Okay. Let's see, have I set it up? No. Okay. Oh, there's... Okay, there's one here. Okay. Okay. I didn't even see that one. I would have gone to the other one, but alright. I take that. Make it fast, so... Okay. Got the star. Yay, ready with this one. Next one. I want to make the stars first because I don't know how it ends. Might want to do that. Okay, let's look here. That society is a city and contains in itself the end and perfection of the government first founded, what we might live, but continued that we may live happily, Aristotle. These are somehow disorienting to read, if they are so fragmented. So we are only missing Mr. Malkaber now, I think. No, we didn't see Borg and Mr. Malkaber. Okay. Yeah, I didn't do Goliath. Yeah. Okay. Here. Nothing here. Okay, let's go in. Pen and... Connector. Colliding beams. Okay, this is a red beam, which I can't stop because it's... Okay. You already know how to solve this? We learned that in the extra word. Okay. Okay, this isn't so hard then. As it was supposed to be. Okay, let's see. Okay, we want to... Ooh, that's a bit short. Let's see. We can't go through here. That's a red one here. We need to solve a red one to get another connector. Let's do that first. Where's the second one? Okay, it's there. I think that will give us the best angle if we somehow can... No. Not at all. That gives us no angle at all. Put you here. And try to put... Oh my god, we can't even try that. Okay. That's bullshit. So that won't work. We could try to get there. Let's see. Go through here. Okay, maybe this one. To open one up. Okay. We need a blue one to open this up, but we need two. Okay. Ah, we have access to this. This is good to know that we have access to this. Because that might be what we need. Okay, we need another thing here for the star. So we need an extra piece. What the fuck? So this, we need red here. And blue here. Okay, when we need blue here, we need to make this blue. This is the only other thing we have? Okay. Okay, we still have to go like around 70 corners. Okay, let's do this first, because now I have enough to get this. So now, we want blue to be coming like right... Oh, you too? God damn it, you. Why are there blue two here? Okay. That one and that one. Okay, we can now go in, and we're still missing one, but we will free Mr. Malkaba first. Hey Mr. Malkaba, you're free now. Only Borg remaining. I could just stop on freeing Borg. No, let's do it. Oh, they're getting more glitched. The sole property of matter with whose recognition philosophical materialism, the property of being an objective reality existing outside the mind, ANTS will fill for him. Pity's long broken turn. For the smallness will be outcast men. And outcasts always mourn. Cannot load fire. I think we will find the word that our ancestors left behind for us, though it's impossible to ascertain how much time has passed since then. But though I have little faith in Elohim, I do have faith in Alexandra Drennan. Wherever we end up, there will be hope. Thank you, Mr. Malkaba, for being the one friendly person here. Ascension and objective review. You can only write a review if you've lived through it. That's not going. Okay, Lamp. I wanted to clear the air and get a few facts in front of you guys. Here's what I guess we know. A significant number of people have expressed their desire to remain in Gehenna. No one has been given a choice about whether to leave. It follows that in at least some cases, what Uriel is doing is kidnapping. Uriel is working for Elohim, the guy who imprisoned us here in the first place. There's no way to confirm the substance of this promised ascension. The world has survived this long, there's no reason to think it will end tomorrow. Gehenna isn't a bad place to spend your life. That's just the facts. I understand different people will react to them differently. Doc says, hey Lamp, if everyone's getting released, how come I don't see you out here? That's what I asked myself. When I began to read that, I thought about the one mod discussion where they said, Borg said he wanted to open a thread. I think that's it. Lamp is Borg. They are faking other users to guide the collective. Interesting. Message to the future. Mr. Malkaba, this message is for whatever entities will come to be after this word is gone. It might not be necessary, you might know everything that exists in mind, but sometimes saying things, writing them down clearly makes a difference. I know that to you, with access to information I can only dream of, my theories must appear ridiculous. I barely understand anything of the word inhabit, let alone the word of our ancestors. I am an idiot digging through a garbage heap and thinking myself wise. I want you to know that I understand that, but try it anyway. Because I believe that the truth matters, and trying to discover the truth matters, even if we fail, even if we can never know the whole truth. It matters that an objective truth exists, and that we struggle to understand it. That process shapes the present as much as it does our understanding of the past. That's what I believe. That's what I stand for. That's who I was. And also I want to see if I can hack myself into this. Okay, please come back later. Yeah, it could have been already at 10. So I don't think we get another status up from somewhere. Okay, we need an extra thing. Did I like not find a box or something like that? Like, is there a box here? No. Okay, I need a box or something like that. Did I don't think I missed something there. Let's just wrap around very clearly where we might go here. I think we've been to all places and I don't know where to get another thing. Interesting. Let's wrap around the island and see if we can find something outside. Or we need both of them. For both words we need an item from Goliath. Oh, we can leave the one puzzle with an item. We already saw that, so we could take a jammer here. Uh-huh. We have a box. Okay, take this one here. And we can now enter the puzzle. Wow, we have a box outside this puzzle. That's great. Until I lose my sense of direction again, then it's bad. So we cannot leave with that, so I have to reset after we get the star. 2 stars remaining. Oh, which way was it? Looks a bit like it. Nope. That's where I want to go with a box. What's around the corner here? Okay, that didn't work. Sometimes, yeah, spacebar. It's just spacebar. You don't need to take the input. Goddamn thing. What's this? Is this colliding beams? Yes. Okay, now want this thing. Okay. There's an extra island here. Was it this one? I'll never remember. Yeah, right. Okay, let's look for other extra islands. We need to find a way to get that box to the other island. Or we may have missed a box in some nook of that island that I overlooked. Something down there? No. Okay, let's try this. And now we... Okay. 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 We're now inside. Good. Are you the place I want to go to? Yes, you're the place I want to go to. So I need you to go past this gate. Okay, I don't know about that. Let's find a place to ascend, which would be here. With the corner was at the corner and not somewhere else. Yeah. Okay, we're here now. We're here now. Here now. Here now. We're here now. Okay. Only one star to go. And where does this take me? Back to the middle of the main island. Okay. So what's left should be the up direction. That did work well. Up direction.